Now, this Dick King Smith story is called Susie, and it's about a wee dog who lived on a farm. So not a farm animal as such, but he did belong to the farmer. Susie. Susie was a small, hairy, black and white terrier. I got her from an old chap called Jack when she was about the size of a guinea pig. Later she grew bigger than that, but not much. Susie was always very short-tempered, growling at anyone who said things like, "Get off my chair, Susie." She loved me best, but she growled at me just as much. She followed me everywhere. If I was ploughing, Susie would trot behind the plough in the newly turned furrow, up and down the field, all day long. You see it? During her long life, she had numerous brushes with death. But there's one I remember above all the others. One Boxing Day, a bitterly cold day it was, with a biting east wind, Susie went missing. The days passed with no sign of her, and sadly my wife and I resigned ourselves to the fact that at last her luck had run out. We thought she'd died. 8 whole days later, as I came out of the back door of the farmhouse to go and start the morning milking, I saw a filthy, bedraggled little object dragging herself painfully up the yard. We could only suppose that Susie had been stuck somewhere deep below ground, and perhaps she had to wait until she became thin enough to struggle free. To have survived 8 days and nights in freezing weather with nothing to eat was just about believable. But with nothing to drink? Impossible. For any dog except Susie, that is. We cleaned her up and fed her on warm milk, glucose and egg, and within a day she was her old self again. We couldn't have been more pleased to have her back. But if Susie was pleased too, she never showed it. She just growled at us and snarled at us and all the other dogs, as usual. And that was the story of Susie.